What a perfect next question. Amazing.
Great.
Who wrote these questions? Who is this? This should be a board game.
Okay.
Look into my eyes and describe what you see.
My daughter.
Yeah,
I was thinking that when we were doing the 30 seconds of looking at each other, and I was thinking to myself, do I really see there? And then I thought about her face, and I thought about your face, and I thought about her face, and I thought about your face, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely her dad. What was the hardest thing for you after us ending our romantic relationship I am not aware of?
I stayed in my car for 6 months. I just moved back to my parents when COVID hit. And I did that because I had to figure some shit out. And it helped me. It helped me a whole lot. Helped me a whole lot. But yeah, I stayed in my car in Santa Monica for 6 months.
I mean, I really don't, it's not really much I can say about that. The only thing I can say is that I'm happy that whatever your process was, you feel like it helped you grow or like make discoveries about yourself. I think that's the most important takeaway that I can get from that because obviously, like, I'll just be honest. Of course, I don't want to hear that you were sleeping in your car. Okay, come on now. Like, no matter, I mean, I'm not saying that you should not have been. I'm just saying this is how I feel. And this is what I'm telling you. Like, deep down inside, of course, that bothers me. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would never, you're someone that I cared about. So it's like, I would never want you to have to do that, But on the flip side, I understand that that is a process that, you as a human being, you as a man, you as Isaiah, you may have needed to go through. And I can take your word for it that, you're better because of it. And because of that, like that's dope. You know what I mean? I'm proud of you. Okay, if you had to choose one shared memory to define our relationship, what would it be and why?
So the time you went out of town and you asked what we were. And I answered that 50-50. Not really being truly upfront with how I felt. And that's kind of the basis. I feel like throughout our relationship, and maybe a lot of me, I didn't really express how I felt, and also not being really clear with myself on what I wanted just living. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of those 6 years were like that.
I was saying to you, like, I just want to know what this is because I'm about to go on tour, And you said to me, I would say you're my girlfriend. You know what I mean? But not like confident. You were just like, yeah, like I would say you're my girlfriend.
When I should have just said, I really don't know what this is.
Right. Because that could have been a whole nother conversation. Right. I don't really know, But the last thing I did want to say though is just talking about it defining our relationship. Like after that, I feel like when I think about that memory and I think about the rest of our relationship, I always think to myself like, dang, even in those 6 years that we were together, I really feel like you never got all of me or like my full, how can I say, like my full capabilities. And the reason was because along the way, once trust had been broken, then I started like being like reclusive. You know what I'm saying? Like I never opened up anymore. Like I would a little bit, even, like the last time and we tried again, it was like I would come around a little bit and then I would recluse again. You know what I'm saying? Like I never felt like I was able to just be myself with this person,
Nah, I feel the same way. I
Yeah.
mean, shit, we talking. I feel like honestly, towards the end, I don't think, and this was both ways. And I said this to somebody, probably one of my homeboys, but I was like, I don't think the man that I'm trying to be and supposed to be is gonna happen with her, and I don't even think the woman she's supposed to be is gonna happen with me. And I really felt that in my heart, like,
Yeah.
and this is when I was sleeping on the couch, and I was like, that was a truth that I had to just realize, like who we supposed to be. I don't think we're gonna get there together. What is our greatest challenge in our relationship right now, and what can we do to overcome it?
At the end of the day, because we don't have a romantic relationship, our cohesiveness is like very important to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just important, like when it comes down to like us being the best versions of ourselves and I think the best version of myself is just trying my best to refrain from like participating in anything dramatic, I just want to like lower it and like, we gonna be in each other's eyes forever. So it's like, we ain't gotta be like that with each other, I don't want to be like, I've never wanted our relationship to be that way. I kind of want us to come to an understanding that like, we're here, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going anywhere. So let's be nice to each other, or be compassionate, I should say. Like, I think that's the thing, an issue for us. Like me having compassion for you and you having compassion for me, compassion and understanding.
I agree.
If this were to be our last conversation, what is something you never want me to forget?
I have love for you. Like when people ask me about our situation, not a lot, but if it comes up, it's like, to me, you my family. You're gonna be my family until we out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like we share blood, and I take that serious. And I do love you. I do love you. I've moved you in my brain to that level of love, of the same love I have for my sister and my mom, which is high. It's not higher than, but it's
Right.
top of the line high. You know what I'm saying? With where we've went in our relationship and what transpired from it. Yeah.
I mean, I think you already know that I love you and I have love for you. And, I think that goes without saying. I think maybe something I would never want you to forget is that when it pertains to like our relationship outside of, I think that I just want you to know, like, I never in my mind had like a hesitation or a thought that we would not succeed. My intention was for us to succeed. I was not, I couldn't have predicted to be in this situation at this point in my life. And I don't think you could have either. So that's just that. The intentions were all good. They still are all good. I mean, I think you know me well enough to know that uh, I'm good vibes. I don't want to be, and anything negative. Had too much of that imposed upon me in life. I don't want to be the carrier of that. So still good vibes.
Hey guys, this is Ashika from The Skin Deep. We're constantly releasing new conversations, and if you don't want to miss out, you should sign up to our newsletter at theskindeep.com/subscribe. Thank you.